Okay, and we're back. I took off a little bit of time to work on uploading some of those videos, and I also switched to my Blue Snowball microphone for now, so hopefully you can hear me a little more clearly. One of the things that I accidentally did, though, was I lost a little tiny bit of video where I accepted that quest that had been on the screen when I left, which was chasing Skavik. Not a big deal. It was just, you'll go through that, you'll get it. It's a quest reward. You saw it at the end. I just pushed accept and opened the cosmetic gear and put it on Corso. And then I lost that little snip of video, and so now we're still here. Okay, so we're in the Republic Fleet. The Republic Fleet is a main city. There is an Imperial Fleet also. These are the two primary main cities in the game for each faction. Alright. The Republic Fleet is the main city because it contains pretty much one-stop shopping for anything that you might need. Whether it is a place to sell things on the galactic market, which is basically an auction house, right? Or to obtain crew skills, which is like crafting, or to learn new skills from them, new recipes or new patterns, whatever you would call it. Also, you can buy mounts here if you don't have one, which of course we do, right? Because hopefully you're a subscriber. And you can set up your player housing here from the Strongholds expansion. You can buy gifts for your companion. You can do all sorts of stuff. Access your banks, access your guild bank. You pretty much have everything in one-stop shopping here, and that is why there's so many people here all the time. I was thinking I was being smart about things. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do some recording late at night. So it's like 11 o'clock, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I got my soda, I got my snowball, I'm ready to go. It's gonna be dead at this hour. And then I realized, oh, it's like 11 at night, but it's Friday. So yeah, it's not really that dead on the weekend, actually. Friday is the beginning of the weekend, so it is exactly the opposite of dead. So where I was hoping we were not going to have lag, we're probably going to have lag. But we still have things to do here. We have to go through. There's going to be some old, what we call breadcrumb quests, and those are the kind that send you to go figure something out about the game mechanics. And there are going to be some old breadcrumb quests that we should run into when we get out there. And we're also going to look at picking up some crew skills. I've been thinking about what I want, and I definitely think I'm going to lean toward getting one certain crafting skill, and I'll talk to you about that later. So for now, let's mount up and ride into the Republic Fleet, because right now we are in like the dock, right? We're docked. We just came off the shuttle, so we need to actually go into the fleet. So let's do that right now, and hopefully we will not take too terribly long here, but I do want to show you around so that you can see. This is good. They're going to have a lot of little things you want to make sure and take care of before you leave again. Just because not every city, although Coruscant will have like basically a small mini fleet kind of thing at Coruscant, but not every city has everything. So while there are places like Coruscant and others that have banks and auction areas, like, you know, markets to sell and all that, not everybody does. So you can go to some planets that are just going to really have nothing really exciting for you. Maybe they're going to have a bank, you're going to have a mailbox, but probably nothing else. So alright, we're going to head off now, and let's get going. Okay, so pink triangle, which means primary quest line, right? This is actually the breadcrumb that I was telling you we would need to expect to find. And this is going to be basically right out the door, intended to be here for you not to miss it, so that you would know to pick your primary class subset. So we ended up choosing Scoundrel rather than Gunslinger, right? This is that kind of decision tree prompt. So let's talk to this guy. He's going to be an alien, which means he's not going to be speaking in a way that you can hear. I will have to come back and tell you what he's saying.
Chaporka utmangisa, mi tisa roda kopana, kavaji uta kuga huta nupri da bumba wula. Kurawe nimni, nana kasunri rafupa unaguta.
Okay, so he says, hey, I hear you've got some trouble with Rogan the Butcher. You may be surprised to know that you're not the only one who does. I've got a pal named Lefty. He'd love to meet you. Maybe show you a few new tricks to help you stay alive while you're on Rogan's hit list.
Thanks for the assist.
Bafupa giwanta humpa, muli rabamba hula. Naka noya choski, noyo kochuso te mate chichoya. Chiho lukuta, chubu ikatsufu, undole.
Okay, and he just finished up saying basically that it's good to have friends and that Lefty's going to meet us in a public place, so not to worry that there's anything funny going on, and that he's a real pro and he'll take care of us and show us what we need to know. Okay, this is a priority missions terminal. You can find various different kinds of missions all over the place at these. But for these purposes today, we want to just pick up the one that says crafting trainers. Right there. Okay, because that's what one of the things that we're going to do here and handle on the fleet. So we will go ahead and get the XP that this provides, which is quite a significant amount for our level. It's going to be a lot. All right, so let's do this.
Andravimos pandimas protescad aviteradag. Smarcio pobudas mana ir padre mana narcali. Vatarana ango mis aka nanom alas protas era. Grata apatiki irprit veritini zavazia zavebe kazis. Azdarzia tiak bijo kazko.
Okay, so basically what he was saying was that I've heard that you stirred things up with Rogan the Butcher, and he said that he can basically help train you to either use two blasters, and what he's talking about is gunslinger, or excuse me, or that he can teach you how to use stealth and maybe a little bit of healing, and he's talking about scoundrel. So we've already made our choice. It just finished on its own because there was no decision to make since we were already done with it. Now we're going to move on to the crew skills, and we'll go handle that next. Okay, so you see that we're in the area of the map for strongholds and crew skills. Now this very first room on this left side here is going to have the trainers who teach the creating kinds of crafting skills.